yoldaşım. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3'e 3 basketbol Sumgait mərhələsi. Sumgait mərhələsi Sportun can. Yaxşı.
Sizlerle gürültü almışlarınıza derin teşekkürümüzü bildirerek. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the basketball fans, we're happy to see and welcome all of you at the first day of the FIBA 3x3 Basketball Women's Series Qualifier Games in Azerbaijan, Sumgait City. And we'd like to inform you that this amazing event, FIBA 3x3 Women's Series Sumgait Cup, is organized by the Azerbaijan Basketball Federation and would like especially to express deep gratitude to the Ministry of the Youth and Sports of Azerbaijan. Bir daha nəzərinizə çatdırmaq istərdik ki, məhz 26 və 27 iyul tarixlərində gözəl Sumgait şəhərində baş tutacaq bu möhtəşəm tədbir. Əlbəttə ki, məqsəd ondan ibarətdir ki, Azərbaycanda basketbolun inkişafına daha da təkan verən və əlbəttə ki, gələcəkdə Azərbaycan komandalarını və bu istiqamətdə olan yarışları keçirərək daha da təkmilləşdirək. Xanımlar və cənablar, 26-27 iyul tarixlərində Sumgait şəhərində sizlərlə birlikdə olacaq. Bizdə həm təsnifat, həm də final mərhələlərini keçirəcək və bu yarışları yaxından izləməyə hər kəsi dəvət edirik. Başta Azərbaycan komandası olmaqla istərdik ki, bütün komandalara yaxından dəstək olar. Ladies and gentlemen, FIBA 3x3 Basketball Women's Series will take place in Sumgait City from 26th to 27th July, and would like to invite all of you to support all this team, including Azerbaijan, and hold these teams closely. Belə xanımlar və cənablar, çox danışmaya bugünkü yarışımızda olan ilk komandalarını sizlərə təqdim etmək istərdik. İlk komandamız bizdə Karolina və Kazakhstan komandası olacaqdır. Təəssüflər olsun ki, Karolina komandası bugünkü yarışda iştirak etmir və Kazakhstan komandası birbaşa növbəti yarışa vəsiqə əldə edir. Ladies and gentlemen, since the Carolina team didn't participate in today's first competition match, they consider it to have a loss. And the Kazakhstan team advances direct to the next match. So ladies and gentlemen, gene ilk komandaları karşılaya. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the first team, Team Takasaki. Player number 1, Yakuyu Misa. Player number 8, Isai Saya. Player number 3, Takasaki Fuyuko. Player number 6, Lee Rinsu. And now please welcome Team Great Britain. Player number 2, Jump Hana. Player number 30, Ashby Samantha. Player number 0, Paxton Clyde. And player number 7, Gale Georgia.
What's going on, 3x3 fans? Just like that, we're at the 10th stop of the 2025 FIBA 3x3 Women's Series. This weekend, the action will be coming to you live and direct from the youth capital of Azerbaijan's coastal city, Sumgait. We've got the first game of the day lined up between Japan's Takasaki and Great Britain. And it's going to be Great Britain that get up on the board first. We've got an exciting lineup of games today. It's your girl, Silale Shani, and I'll be your guide through every bucket and battle in this weekend's 3x3 action. We kick off day one with qualifying draw hoops. And if you're new to 3x3, I'll break that down to you in just a moment. First, let's get on with what's happening on our screens here. Great Britain putting in the work. There you go. Ashby getting Great Britain a 2-point lead early, as Japan now finally getting up on the board. Pakistan on the baseline. She's got to shoot before the shot clock goes off. Gets her own rebound, right back up with it. And Great Britain qualified for the 2025 FIBA 3x3 World Cup in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia last month, confirming the fact that they are growing, their 3x3 program is growing, and their presence among world-class competitors is very well deserved. And that's going to be Takahashi who knocks down that free throw. So let me break down how the qualifying draw games work. Lower seeded or invited teams who did not qualify for the main event get to participate in play-in games separated into two pools. The winners of the pools then advance to the group stage of the competition. And now both the qualifying draw games and pool play happen today, so buckle up. We've got a nice long day of hoops. And we've got a foul on the floor. That's Renzu Lee on your screens. Usually Takahashi has Amanda Tevenius representing the bigs for Takasaki. She is not there today. In her place, it's going to be Renzu Lee. On the floor now, it's Takahashi, number 3, Misa Yokoi, and Saya Isai. And the great thing about those 3 players, they have a lot of team chemistry. They play together at Flolish Gunma EXE, and that's going to be Japan's 3x3 league. Very strong domestic league. So we got another quick whistle on the floor. It's going to be another foul awarded to Great Britain, who are now at 3 fouls with about a minute and a half gone in this first game of the day. Beautiful summer day here in Sumgait, Azerbaijan. Great conditions for 3x3 basketball, as we see these two teams starting to get into their rhythm. Qualifying draw Pool A. Neither side has scored in the last about 1 minute of play, as Paxton, looking at her option, kicks it out to Ashby. Ashby tries to take it in all the way. That's a tough move. And that's going to be a kick ball on Saya Isai. Take a look at that replay. Japan, I'm sure they'll be riding on a bit of a high, because the stop before this 10th stop was in Jakarta, and we saw Japan win their first Women's Series stop of this season. So Japan with a lot to be proud of, and again, testament to how much they're growing in 3x3 basketball. You see the ball passed out of bounds by Takahashi. But it's always good to see new champions of the series stops. And it was Japan's turn yesterday as another turnover, this time Great Britain. And it's going to be Japan possession. Takahashi fires off the mark, and she is such a threat offensively. Even though it's been a slow start for her in this game, she led Japan to silver at the 2025 Asia Cup earlier this year, finishing as top scorer with 39 points and averaging 10 points per game with 69% on 1-point shooting. So she's a bucket. There's another foul called on Great Britain, and they're going to have to make some adjustments to how the officials are calling this game. Sorry, that was Takasaki's call. It was an offensive foul on them. It's going to be their first for this game. Again, Great Britain, yes, they will have to make adjustments on how they are playing this game. 4 fouls in just about 3 minutes of play. And both teams cooling off now offensively. 3 points apiece. Great Britain has managed to catch up. So it's Gale to the free throw line. She knocks that one down. Takahashi tries to go all the way with it. Knee bound for her, puts it right back up. And transitions offense to defense, calls the foul on her as we take our first TV timeout. Again, it's been a slow start for both teams, kind of sussing each other out and getting a feel of the floor. Great weather conditions in Sumgait, Azerbaijan. I'm sure the fans are enjoying a nice breeze from the Caspian Sea. Not too hot. Not as hot as it was in Jakarta, so the players won't have to contend with that. But yes, this qualifying draw from Pool B game between Takasaki and Great Britain. Remember, it's only one team from each pool that will advance, and it's typically 3 teams per pool. It's going to be Takasaki, Great Britain, and Madagascar in Pool B. And it will be France and Kazakhstan only in Pool A. So they'll have a little bit of an easier ride. But keep in mind, main pool day games will be played later on today, as we have a long 2. No, not going to get there. And Renzu Lee fouled on the way up, earns a trip to the charity stripe. We take a look at the replay there. She had hands all over her. Earns herself a freebie. Paxton, she's got space to shoot it. Launches one up and knocks it down. And that was a clutch 2-ball for Great Britain. Japan trying to respond. Gale. She's got Takahashi on her. She sensed the mismatch, decides to take it in all the way. And that's just bully ball right there. But a great read from her on what Japan was offering her. And now Japan really struggling from beyond the arc. The hard foul on Saya. Isai will send her to the free throw line. But Japan, typically known to be a very fast-paced team. They can knock down those long-range shots, but really their strength is in the mid-range, cutting and driving towards the hoop. Very athletic players. But today they just can't make a bucket. Jump. Not going to get there. And another foul called on Samantha Ashby. Force for Great Britain. They've been a bit quiet in this game so far. Yokoi gets the free throw to go, and because Great Britain are in the penalty, it's going to be 2 free throw attempts. Yokoi can't connect on the second, but look at that. That's a great hustle from Renzu Lee for the putback. Gale muscles her way to the basket. Nice lay-in. Takahashi almost losing the ball. She wants the screen, has the space to shoot, fires. That's a great 2-ball from Takahashi. And the score is even out again at 8 points apiece. Neither team quite able to shake the other off. But it's going to be Great Britain's possession. Gale to get things started. Ashby tries to find Paxton. Takasaki trying to keep the ball alive. They do, but oh no. Isai stepped on the line, so possession will go back to Great Britain. And this is going to be Great Britain's first appearance in the women's series this season, as we see Gale taking the ball all the way to the rack so easily. And then picks up another foul in the next possession. And Gale has been handsy. Great Britain now, the 8 fouls, and Japan, if they knock down their free throws, they would get a decent amount of points right from the free throw line. I'm sure they'll be taking full advantage of Great Britain being in the penalty. And they got to keep on attacking the rim. See a whistle on the floor. And the officials want to have the floor mopped up. Want to make sure that no one slips unless you're getting crossed. We don't want any excuses here. But if you haven't already done so, we are very active on our social media pages, FIBA 3x3W for the ladies. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe so you don't miss a single moment of action today and in all future women's series and generally FIBA 3x3 events. As Gale, she's got 1 to shoot. Takahashi fouls, and that's going to be Japan's 5th. And do believe Gale will head to the free throw line. She was definitely attempting to shoot. So she does indeed earn herself a free throw attempt. Gets that one to go. Great Britain up by 1. Takahashi gets it back. Nice give and go action there. And still, she's cold, not able to produce offensively. But let's talk about the ball handling from Ashby. Oh no. Great move. Not a great finish. We got a substitution for Great Britain. Jump to check back in as Gale catches a breather. And again, Japan are in the bonus, so it's Isai to the free throw line. Gets the first one to go. Second one is good too. Jump in to Ashby. Ashby trying to work the footwork. It works. Liking what I'm seeing from Samantha Ashby. Definitely Great Britain's top performer. And she is putting Japan to work. Isai throws it right into the hands of Ashby. Ashby now will jump into Ashby. Ashby fouled hard on her way up. And take a look at that replay. Yeah, that's a hard foul from Renzu Lee on Ashby, but we're going to have a timeout on the floor. And Great Britain now just struggling. So is Takasaki. The offensive output is just where they want us to be. But they're slowly coming back to life. So it'll be Samantha Ashby who will shoot the free throw, gets it to go. And once again, scores tied at 12 points apiece. Ball poked out of bounds, so it's going to be Takasaki ball and Takahashi who will get things started for us. Yokoi into Isai. Isai throws it into the head of Yokoi, and the spacing of Japan is not great in that particular possession. Gale to clean up the boards, make sure Japan doesn't have a second opportunity to score, and then just muscles her way all the way to the rack. Gale is not afraid of the contact. Takahashi with a quick response. Japan are sticking with Great Britain. Gale, step back to money. That was a pretty shot. Takahashi getting locked up by Ashby in that low post, and they gotta let one go before the score. My goodness. Yokoi right before the buzzer. And this is such a close game. Gale too strong on the boards. She was wide open. And Great Britain amazingly managed to keep things alive. Takahashi now at the wing. Oh, was trying to thread the needle, get the pass into Saya Isai. But it's not. So it's Takasaki with a 1-point lead. Neither of these teams have been able to get a lead by more than 2 points since the beginning of this game. Been very closely matched. And that's a great find from Takahashi to Lee. Great pick and roll action there. As Gale now at the top of the key fires, doesn't get the 2 ball to go, but will earn a trip to the free throw line. As Takasaki now in the penalty as well. So it's going to be 2 free throw attempts for Gale. Try and cut down this 2-point lead. And both attempts are good from Gale. Back to a tie game. Takahashi doing her dance. Gets it in, gets the ball back. Ball slapped away by Gale. Great defensive play from her. And Paxton with the dagger. sends Great Britain to a 2-point lead. As Japan, could this be the response they wanted? No. Paxton, she's feeling it, decides to fire again, gets the bounce and the bucket. And just like that, Great Britain are 1 point away from wrapping this game up. Takahashi trying to keep Japan in it. Just under a minute and a half to go, and the blink of an eye, Great Britain, the momentum is now on their side and are just a point away from winning this game. But Takasaki are still fighting. It's not over until it's over. Takahashi lets one go, misses everything. Ashby now, she could close this game out. No. Isai tries to get it into Lee. She was battling in that low block and lost her footing. As you can see, the two of them there got tangled up a little bit. So it's going to be a final timeout for these two teams. And Japan, they slacked off for just a moment, and Great Britain took full advantage of that. 2 clutch long-range shots from Claire Paxton gave them the 4 points they needed to put them just 1 point away from winning this game. With under a minute to go, Great Britain are looking good. But as I said, it's not over until it's over, and Japan will be fighting until that final buzzer as Renzu Lee heads to the free throw line to shoot a couple of free throws. Misses the first one. And these are the buckets she cannot afford to miss. And off target on that one as well. So Takasaki still down 4. They could have made it a 2-point game, but they retained the possession. And it's going to Takahashi who gets things started for us. Yokoi kicks out for the shot. Lee from downtown. Clutch 2-ball. And now we've got Ashby. Decides to take Takahashi mano a mano. Look at that footwork. 30 seconds to go. Takahashi, beautiful pass in to Lee. Their pick and roll action is beautiful to see. And Lee rolls to the hoop just so quickly. Takahashi, of course, an elite distributor. Beautiful basketball, and it's a 1-possession game, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to be Great Britain with the 1 ball? Is it going to be Takasaki with the 2 ball? We're about to find out. 15 seconds on the game clock. We got a whistle on the floor. It's going to be a travel violation. Costly turnover from Great Britain's Gale. So Yokoi with 14 seconds, critical seconds in this game for them to get their first win of the day. Takahashi, nice find. And that's not gonna go for Isai. Takahashi can't get that one to drop either. And we talked about it earlier, Japan have been a bit inconsistent with your shooting in this game, missing bunnies and easy looks at the rim. Now with 1.3 seconds on the game clock, it's a tough ask for them. Gale's gonna run that clock out, and it's gonna be Great Britain that get their first win of the day on the back of some clutch 2-point shots from that lady on your screen, number 0, Claire Paxton. And Great Britain weren't able to score again after those buckets, so really she came clutch right when they needed it. But a great game from Great Britain. Japan fought hard, tried to come back despite not trailing by more than 2 points. But game 1 goes to Great Britain. We got some more action on the way from Pool A. Don't go too far.
öğrenciler, nöbet oyun izlemeye hazırsınız mı? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for the next competition. And please welcome Team France.
Coming up next, it's going to be the qualifying draw from Pool A between France and Kazakhstan as the France squad comes out onto the floor. Now, France have had a slow start to 2025 compared to what we're usually used to from seeing from this squad, but it's great to see key figures like Miriam Jekundad on your screen. She's going to be number 11. She has been a key part of France's program and has anchored their past success. So hopefully the addition of her will bring France back to winning ways as they get warmed up, and Kazakhstan now head out onto the floor. And Kazakhstan have yet to get out of the qualifying draw stage this season. They finished 16th at the Baku stop and 12th in Chengdu, and then didn't have a great performance in Bucharest as well, leaving that stop winless. But it's experience that matters at this stage, and it's great to see them out here as we get ready for this game. So we got some last minute discussions happening before the game. France, obviously the higher seeded team in terms of talent. But again, based on performance, France has been struggling this season. And they're trying to put some respect back on their names. That begins with this first game of the day. I'm sure they want to wrap this game up quickly. It could be a long day for them, having to participate in the qualifying draw stage and then go into the main pool games. But keep in mind, Carolina from Puerto Rico were supposed to be in this pool, but they're not. So the winner of this game essentially will advance to pool play, as it's France who draws first blood. Yurkabe now at the top with the key. Tough move. Couldn't finish it. When Benyama chases down the boards, manages to keep things alive, and she is feeling good from deep. Heat check confirmed. Wemby start hitting those shots. You look at the ball movement for France. Just so much chemistry for this French squad. Yurkabe, I think Jekundad got a piece of that. And now it's Milapi in that low post. She is a serious threat in that low block. She's been a core national team player since at least 2022 and was part of the Olympic prep group. Very physical inside that low point, so Kazakhstan are going to have a long day at the office in the block. So it's going to be number 2, Colline Franchelin, who checks into the game as Jekun Dad and Wembanyama stay on the floor. Yurkabe manages to shake off her defender, and Kazakhstan doing their best to get to the rack, but the long arms of France are preventing all their efforts. Doing a good job chasing down those boards, though. Kazakhstan almost losing footing and unable to convert that possession. That was Tursinova. Franchelin gets it back in to Milapi. Finds the bottom of the net. France now with a 5-point lead. Kazakhstan, still can't get up on the scoreboard. That was a nice take from Franchelin, high off the glass, pushing France to a 6-point lead, and she has an opportunity to make this a 2-point play. Franchelin gets the free throw to go. Tursinova. No foul called, but ball stays with Kazakhstan. Franchelin got a big piece of that. Yurkabe gets it in. Corner 2, not going to get there. Milapi into Jekundad. Jekundad making quick work. But it's going to be a 3-second violation, if I'm not mistaken. And Kazakhstan ball. Now in 3x3, keep in mind you cannot have your back to the basket for more than 3 seconds. And the shock on Jekundad's face. She could not believe it. Kick out for 2. Kazakhstan still not able to connect. Franchelin off the mark, chased down by Jekundad. Milapi, quick work to give France now an 8-point lead. And it's been about 2.5 minutes played in this game. Kazakhstan have gone scoreless. They've not been able to get a bucket. But that's not to say they're not trying their best. Looks like we have a quick substitution for Kazakhstan. Zakipova has checked back into the game. Nice steal from Wembanyama. She fires from 2-point land. Count it. And she is in rhythm today. And it's going to be a travel call on Yurkabe. Dilnaz for Kazakhstan. So France get the ball back. But Eve Wembanyama, supremely talented and showing off her versatility in this game. Franchelin puts the jet on him. And great play from her. Super speedy player. And earns a trip to the free throw line. Again, Kazakhstan not able to get a bucket so far in this game. Almost 3 minutes played. Franchelin, wide open look at the rack. And Kazakhstan are out of their depth. They're just no match for the strength and length of Team France. And as we take our first TV timeout, Kazakhstan, lots to talk about. Tursinova at the wing. Look at the pass. Not going to get there. Didn't have the right angle on it, and you can see the frustration in the faces of Kazakhstan's players. Nothing seems to be working for them. And that's not to say they're a bad team, but when you're playing against one of the top 10 teams of the 3x3 world, listen, it's tough. But finally, Kazakhstan do get up on the board. And the steal and the finish from Jekun Dad. Long range mid shot from Kovalyova is cleaned up by Milapi. Wembanyama now, again, a very fast player, especially when she catches her defenders flat-footed. She will blow right past you, and she didn't make that layup, but she does head to the free throw line. It's just been under 4 minutes of play here, and France, who have been scoring most of their buckets from the free throw line and inside the arc, have a 14-point lead. It's 15-1 on the game. That was a great pass, but no go for Kovalyova. Kazakhstan are really struggling to score even with those wide open looks. Franchland manages to keep it alive. Nice lob in for the finish, Jekun Dad. Tursinova got a nice little bag on her. Great ball handling skills. And Yerkabe is fouled by Wembanyama as they battled for the boards. And Kazakhstan struggling because they don't necessarily have any elite international stars. All their players are domestically based. And as you know, with that kind of setup, it'll take some time. It'll take some time for their program to grow and for them performances to improve. But what we love to see is their participation, and participate they have been doing this season. Again, this is their 4th stop. And regardless of the results and outcomes of the stops, they still come out here and give their all. And right now, even though they're down 15, they are playing with a lot of heart. Yerkabe almost loses it. She's got Milapi on her, decides to go all the way, too strong off the glass. Ball is chased down by Zakipova. And Kazakhstan now get their 2nd bucket. Wemby, baseline, not going to get there. Ball stolen from Franchland, wide open. Comes up short. Chases down her own rebound. Look at the pass to Wembanyama. France putting on a show. They are having fun with it. See that little style and flair coming out. They don't have a lot of pressure in this game. Franchland step back 2. A little bit too confident with it. But France are having a good time. And they're relying on their mid-range game to keep them far off from Kazakhstan's reach. Kovalyova goes all the way. No! Jekun Dad shows her the right way to finish off a layup. And we're going to have another timeout on the floor. It's going to be our 2nd TV timeout. France took off from the blocks hot, and Kazakhstan have just not been able to catch up. Not only have they not been able to catch up, they've been barely able to score. And this is how France want to start off their day at the office, blowing out any team that stands in their way. Again, trying to put some respect back on their names. They've got to take each matchup, each game very, very seriously. So it's going to be Jekundad who gets things started for France. Franchland back into Yves Wembanyama. Yves Wembanyama, great hand time. Putback is good. Tursinova, tries to get it into her teammate. And the chemistry is not chemistry for Kazakhstan. The elements are not working. They're not working well together. And France are making them pay. Yves Wembanyama misses the first attempt, gets her own rebound, misses the second. And third attempt, can't get it to fall either. Missing all kinds of bunnies, and against a better team, those are the kind of things that would cause France to struggle. Those are the shots that you cannot miss. But with 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go, it's going to be Tursinova at the free throw line trying to get Kazakhstan their third bucket. Nope. Jekundad from downtown. Way off, and going to be another foul called on France. Timed the rebound wrong. Kovalyova has got it at the wing, decides to take on Milapi. That's a great take from her. Milapi trying to get the ball back in at the low post, but it's going to be a foul called on Kovalyova, who will have a seat as Yurkabe checks back into the game. Milapi, nice take all the way to the rack. Kazakhstan's defense out of sorts. They didn't know what was happening. Milapi had her heads on a swivel, and she takes it all the way and could make this a 1-point game if she knocks down this free throw. Milapi, easy work. And it's going to be France 20 to Kazakhstan's 3 points. As Franchla clutching her shoulder. It's not something you want to see. Just take a look at that replay. She was bumped hard by Zakipova. And sometimes it's not even the force of the bump. It's just the angle that can really get your shoulder out of position. You can see her still holding it. Truly hope that she's okay. It's not great to see a player having an injury this early in the day. Again, a lot of games ahead of us today. This is just a qualifying draw stage. Later on at 2, it's going to be 4 o'clock local time. The main pool play begins as we see Milapi close out this game with the same dominance that France started it with. Very easy matchup for them. And as I said earlier, because of the lack of a third team present in Pool A play, it's going to be France that moves on to the main draw that will be played later on this afternoon. So you love to see it. But guess what? It's still Pool B game action to contend with, and we'll have that for you in just a moment, so don't you go too far. Alrighty, it's on to the next one.
Number 25, Rakoto
Pool B action between Madagascar and Great Britain. Earlier on, we saw Great Britain take down Takasaki. It was a closely matched game, and Great Britain snuck away with the victory thanks to some clutch two-pointers. Now they face Madagascar. Madagascar, this is going to be their first game of the day as we take a look at the squad for today's matchup. And Madagascar are currently the queens of Africa. They won the FIBA 3x3 Africa Cup in 2024, currently ranked at the top in the continent, and played the FIBA 3x3 World Cup. Even though they finished last, it was great to see them appear at that stage, at that level of basketball. Today, they face Great Britain and fight for a chance to advance to the main draw. And that's going to be the Great Britain ladies program that is moving from strength to strength thanks to their shot clock discipline and their desire to really limit mistakes. They had a bit of a slow offensive start in their first game against Takasaki, but I'm sure they're warmed up now and ready to go. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up to the speed and intensity of Madagascar's squad. It's going to be Madagascar's third stop of the season. They were at Vienna and then again at Baku. Not a great performance for them in Baku. So they'll be looking to improve and hopefully get into the main draw and maybe even to the knockout stage. We'll have to see. But 10-minute sprint starts now. And Madagascar trying to draw first blood. Ashby comes up short. Great ball handling from Haja Nirina. And we got a long two-range shot missed. Ashby fires again from the corner. This time gets it to go. João Ferreira trying to shake out her defender, and corner ball way off. Got Gail on the wing. Gail, when she sees the open lane, she goes all the way with it. Struggled a bit with her finishing, but at least she gets to the rack. She was off the mark in that one. Madagascar still not able to get up on the scoreboard. That was great defensive play from Rakoto Nirina. And y'all gonna have to bear with me with these names. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best. Beautiful names from Madagascar. As we see Muriel shoot some free throws. Muriel, a key player for Madagascar, a frequent starter for the national team. Brings a lot of experience and poise as the squad's tactical focal point. But she doesn't get the free throw for Madagascar. It's going to be Great Britain ball. Gale, quick off the drive. Paxton from downtown, not going to get there. Ashby tries to keep it alive, but she's fouled. Take a look at that replay, and she had hands all over her. So Ashby will head to the free throw line. Gets that one to go. Great Britain up 3. Ravaka from the baseline. Madagascar still scoreless in this game. And Gail bats that ball out of bounds. She wasn't taking any chances with those second opportunities for Madagascar to score. As Randria Tahiana has a seat. Muriel get things started. And the timing on that pass was just off. Sluggish start for Madagascar. Gale from downtown. No good. Joe Ferreira, we know how fast she is off the dribble. And she is working. Jump. Finally, Madagascar get up on the scoreboard, and Paxton with a quick response manages to knock one off the glass. João Ferreira, she's got Gale on her, decides to go for the midi, not gonna get there. Jump into Gale. Gale had the angle, makes it count. 4-point game, Great Britain up. João Ferreira. And Great Britain doing a great job crashing those boards, cleaning up the mess. We got a whistle on the floor. Yep, that was a travel violation. Good pass. Madagascar can't win a bucket. And João Ferreira sends her defender down. They've got 4 to shoot. Madagascar scoring struggles continue. João Ferreira wide open from the corner and can't connect. And Madagascar are not playing to their strengths. They are known as a youthful team, so that means they have the speed. They know how to do those quick transitions from offense to defense. They know how to get to the rack, and right now they're opting to go for the mid-range shots and the long-distance twos, which have not been as efficient as they hoped for. So they have to figure out what to do next, and hopefully at this timeout they will have those exact discussions. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're in Sumgait, Azerbaijan for the 10th stop of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series, 6th edition. And we are now well over the halfway point of the season. Time is flying by, but time happens to do that when you're having fun. And trust and believe we are having a good time for this Women's 3x3 series. Very physical in that low block, as you could see in that replay. Ashby loses it, and Hajanirina makes sure she doesn't have another go at trying to score. Fakes the handoff, loses it to Gale. Gale kicks it out for the 2-point shot. Paxton, way off. So it's Muriel has the ball at the top, kicks it out to João Ferreira. João Ferreira, baseline drive, denied, not able to shoot before the shot clock goes off, so it's going to be a violation, and possession goes to Great Britain. And now heading to the under 6-minute mark of this game. Again, not been a high scoring. Just as I say that, Gale pulls up from deep, gives Great Britain a 6-point lead. Good to know that she has that kind of range on her. As Muriel kicks it out for the shot. Oh my goodness, is it gonna count? Yes, I believe it will indeed. Right before the buzzer, Madagascar finally hit their first 2-point shot, and number 25, Rakotonirina, picks up a foul. But I'm sure that long range 2 is going to give Madagascar a little bit of a boost, confidence in their ability and what they're able to do. Listen, it's not easy to be number 1 in your continent, and it's not given, it's earned. So Madagascar are a force to be reckoned with when things are working for them. Muriel has to get it into the big. Nice angle, but couldn't get the shot to pop off. And that's a nice mid-range shot from João Ferreira. Great read of how the defense was playing her. Gale all the way with it, and no good, but she'll head to the free throw line. She is reading exactly what Madagascar is giving to her, doing a great job of drawing those fouls and getting herself to the line. It's the free throw to go, so now a 5-point game. Randria Tahiana trying to move the ball around. Nice kiss off the glass. And Madagascar now at 5. Ashby, too strong. Gale, too short. Now Paxton has it. It's going to be the 3rd opportunity for Great Britain to shoot. Count it, Paxton. As reliable as the sunrise for Great Britain. Puts them back at a 5-point lead, but João Ferreira says, nuh-uh, not on my watch. Cuts it down to 3. And Madagascar now looking like they've shaken off some of the cobwebs. Big board from Samantha Ashby. João Ferreira from the corner. Still not able to find her rhythm shooting. Oh, wow. That was a great contested shot from Rakotonirina. Madagascar have somehow managed to claw their way back in this game to a 3-point lead. And the momentum has slowly started shifting in their favor, and it is disrupted by the second TV timeout, but if they can just hang on to what is working for them and keep on attacking the cup, Madagascar could stick with Great Britain. Back to the action, João Ferreira at the wing. And lost track of how much time there was on the clock. Game awareness is important. And it's going to be an unforced turnover. Ball possession back into the hands of the Brits. Paxton handoff to Jump. Jump on the baseline drive, kicks it out for the 2, but it's poked out of bounds. Paxton tries to get it off before the buzzer. It's not gonna go. João Ferreira Tries to find her teammate on the pick and roll action. Kick called on Paxton. So it's going to go back to Madagascar. And Madagascar are not able to get the right angle on that reverse lay-in. And just under 3 minutes to go in this game. Great Britain trying to create some distance. Gale with the ball. Oh my goodness. Georgia Gale putting on a clinic. Showing off her range. And Madagascar continuing to struggle to score. They managed to cut down this lead to 3 points, but it's back up to 5 thanks to the 2-pointer from Gale. And it's now Great Britain with the possession. Paxton at the elbow. Hands it off to Ashby. Ashby saw the space and decided to make Madagascar pay. Don't sleep on her. Hand down, woman down. Gale, automatic. This time, not going to get there. Ravaka all the way to the rack. Beautiful lay-in from her in traffic. And Paxton, that's a great head fake. Shake off her defender, goes all the way. And with 1:44 to go, something has to work for Madagascar in the next couple of seconds or this game is going to be out of reach. Look at the spin move from Ashby. Gets her own rebound. Goes back up with it. Oh my goodness. Can't get that one to drop. And Great Britain are being given so many opportunities to score and they just keep on missing them. But you know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And that is exactly what Great Britain are doing, with the advantage of a significant 6-point lead and Paxton with an opportunity to make it a 7-point lead, which she doesn't. Going to be Madagascar ball. Zhao Fair feeds the post. The post too strong off the glass. Jump. She's got 2 to shoot. Gets it off before the buzzer, but didn't have the right angle that she wanted. Muriel now at the top of the key. Muriel, the star from Madagascar, has been quiet in this game, and they need her to do more of exactly that. Great school play from her. 5 points. But look at Paxton once again. I'm telling you, those critical seconds must be where she comes alive from beyond the arc. Clutch 2-ball. 7-point lead now for Great Britain. Jump. Takes a go at it. Oh, in and out. And that's a great putback from Gale. A steal from Paxton. Great Britain are in rhythm right now. They can smell blood in the water. And it's 10 seconds to go in this game. 8-point lead. Ball in the hands of Hannah Jump. Over to Gale. And that will pretty much do it for Great Britain. Under 2 seconds left on the game clock. Gale heads to the line to shoot. Madagascar are in the penalty. And Gale gets the first one to go. Second basket is good as well. And Madagascar just not locked in consistently, and Great Britain made them pay. So it's going to be Great Britain's second win of the day. A comfortable win, if I might add. against Madagascar. The scores are 20 points for Great Britain, 10 points Madagascar, and it'll be Great Britain that move on to the next stage for Pool B.
Növbəti oyuna keçid alır. Ladies and gentlemen, since the team Catalina is not participating in today's qualification match, so they're considered to have lost, and the France team get a license for the next match.
If you're just joining us, we are in Sumgait, Azerbaijan for the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series. We have our last qualifying draw game of the day. It's coming out of Pool B between Japan's Takasaki and the champions of Africa, Madagascar, as we see Takasaki head onto the floor there. And this is a game with not too much pressure because we've already decided who's coming out of Pool B into the main draw, and that's going to be Great Britain, who beat Takasaki 20-19, and then later on beat Madagascar 20-10. But any experience is good experience, so Japan will still be fighting hard against Madagascar as they continue to grow their program. And lots for the country to be proud about when it comes to 3x3. They won the Jakarta stop that ended yesterday. First win of the women's series for Japan. And they had a very dominant performance against Australia in the finals. Great basketball on display from them. So again, Japan, much to be happy and proud about. And you see other teams like Takasaki in the women's series season. It's a testament to how they're intentionally trying to grow the 3x3 program in their country. And why not? Strongly supported by Japan's domestic 3x3 ecosystem. They have an official league and regular representation in FIBA's Asia Cup squads. That lady on your screens right there, Takahashi, she led Japan to silver at the 2025 Asia Cup. And she finished as the top scorer with 69% from the mid-range. Heart and soul for this Takasaki squad, which also has two of her teammates from the domestic league, in Saya Isai and Misa Yokoi. Usually we're used to seeing Amanda Tivenius playing for this Takasaki squad, but they'll have Renzu Lee playing in the front court. And she's been performing well for Japan. Good for her to get her feet wet with this kind of experience. So that's the whistle. 10-minute sprint. Game on. Takahashi looking like she wants to draw first blood. We've got a whistle on the floor. And a foul call. It's going to be Takasaki's first foul. Offensive foul. Madagascar with the possession. Murray kicks it out to João Ferreira. João Ferreira was cold in the first game of the day. Still not been able to shake off the cobwebs in this game. Japan come up empty in that possession. Randria Tahiana to get things started. Gets it back. Hits the two-point shot from the wing and off the mark in that one, as we got a push foul called on number 6, Renzu Lee. Let's take a look at that replay once again. Yeah, you can see that elbow in her lower back. Muriel tries to get the backdoor cut, is successful. Reverse lay-in is good, and it's Madagascar who draw first blood. Yokoi, quick to respond. And now it's a feed into the post for Muriel. Muriel has found her go-to action for this game. Another reverse lay-in from her. As Yokoi lobs it in to Lee. Lee gets her own rebound, puts it right back up. Muriel, is she going to go for it again? Yes, she does. Back to back points for Hajanirina Muriel. And Japan are giving as good as they're getting, this time from long distance. Gets them a 1-point lead. And Madagascar are starting to step into their offensive rhythm. That time, Muriel wasn't able to connect. Isai. Don't know who she was trying to pass that to, but Madagascar knew what was coming. And that's a nice pass into Muriel. Great pass from João Ferreira to even out the score 4 apiece. And they're now starting to see the holes. But Japan can't be shaken off. João Ferreira, she could go all the way with it, up and under. I told you, she's got a nice bag on her. And once this team gets warmed up, Madagascar are a very tricky team to slow down offensively. As a foul has been called on Muriel. Physicality in that low block starting to increase as the offensive tempo also goes up. Takahashi, she's been a bit quiet in this game and tries to chase down the board, keep things alive. But she's not just an offensive weapon for Japan, she's also able to create for her teammates. And that seems to be the angle that she's going for in this game, as we have an offensive foul. Basket doesn't count. So ball is gonna go back to Takasaki. Takahashi, she's got the space to shoot it. João Ferreira, cross, puts it up off the glass. Bucket is good. Takahashi misses the first one, gets the second one. No. She doesn't have the range. And Madagascar are opting to go with what works for them. Mid-range game. Bucket is good. Great play from Rakotonirina. And game is now 6-5. Madagascar in the lead. João Ferreira has it at the wing. And the spacing isn't the greatest, but Madagascar managed to squeeze out another basket and get themselves a 2-point lead. And that's going to be a holding foul call for sure on Randria Tahiana of Madagascar. I actually think she lost her footing and was just trying to hang on for dear life. But it's going to have our first TV timeout, as both teams here trying to ease into this game. Scores are tied up. Excuse me, Madagascar is up by 2. It's the fouling situation that's tied up. Both teams have 2 fouls each, but they've been keeping it clean. It's been a clean game. And with 4 minutes gone, offensive rhythm is now slowly coming into play for Madagascar. João Ferreira creates space, decides to take it in. Nice scoop play. 3-point lead, Madagascar. And we got another whistle on the floor. offensive foul. No, defensive foul was called on Madagascar. It's going to be their third. Takahashi splits the defense up and under. Basket is good. She is so confident in the mid-range. Knows how to attack, and with those acrobatic finishes. So it's now become a 1-point game. Muriel loses the ball. Takahashi fires. Takahashi gets it to go. And a foul called on Saya Isai. Takasaki back in the driver's seat with a 1-point lead. See, take another look at that replay. You can see Isai with the bump as game action continues. Yokoi cleans up the boards. Takahashi fakes, goes the other way. And again, her moves are just so clean, but her finishing percentage leaves much to be desired. That time manages to get the steal. And that pass is just too strong. Lee wasn't able to get a handle on it. Madagascar looking to try and get them to pay. Muriel backs down her defender, goes up with it. Oh, that's just a beautiful pass. And Lee, I don't think she was expecting it to come. And a frustration foul from her. That's gonna put Takasaki up another foul, and it's gonna be their fourth. João Ferreira at the wing. She's got Takahashi on her. She's gonna take it all the way. Yes, she does. But couldn't get that one to drop. And Madagascar doing a good job of boxing out and getting those rebounds as another offensive foul is called on Madagascar. And Madagascar, shifty, know how to handle the ball, but sometimes the physicality of their style of play gets the better of them. So they're going to be at 5 team fouls. Oh, that's a great pass. Great find in for Lee. Great patience from Yokoi. And that's good team basketball right there. Muriel. Temp isn't going to count. She extended her elbow a little bit too much. And that's going to be Madagascar's 6. They have no more fouls to give for to get into the penalty. But we're going to have another TV timeout. The game has been neck and neck. Every bucket has had to be earned. So it's just under 4 minutes to go here in this final game of the qualifying draw. Takahashi all the way to the cup. No. Again, she does such a great job of getting to the rim, and then her finishing is just not where it needs to be. Lee, another opportunity for Japan to score. Takahashi this time tries her luck from downtown. Not going to get there. And they are going to call the loose ball foul on a number 7, João Ferreira. She'll have a seat. She looked very frustrated. Back into the game is Randria Tahiana for Madagascar. As Madagascar now in the penalty, so it's going to be a couple of free throws for Japan, who don't hit the first one. Yokoi gets the second to go, 2-point lead, and ball is hit out of bounds by Isai. But you know what? It's good to see Japan having a good time. Always have smiles on their faces. Not just this squad, even the Japan national team squad that we saw at the Jakarta stop. Always just have pleasant countenances, look like they're just happy to be there, whether they're winning, whether they're losing. And that's the kind of attitude that you always love to have, to see in a basketball player. Takahashi decides to take the long range two deuces. João Ferreira off the glass, quick response from her. Madagascar is still within reach, 3 minutes left to go in this game. Takahashi not able to hit on that attempt as Isai goes tumbling out of bounds. Takahashi attacks her defender. That's a great recovery from Madagascar's defense. Decides to go for the long range two. Yokoi keeps it alive. Takahashi this time goes for the drive. Too strong off the glass. Muriel from downtown. No. And Lee is battling in that low post against Madagascar's physical post players as well. Muriel will get things started from the check ball. Kick out to João Ferreira. João Ferreira from downtown. No. Rims out. Big boards and the putback. Not going to get there for Randria Tahiana. Yokoi. Baseline drive. Reverse finish. No. Look at the rejection from Randria Tahiana. And it is a battle of the boards underneath the hoop. Beautiful pass for a cutting Muriel. And really, that's just what Madagascar need to do more of. Find the holes. Speaking of finding holes, how about that pass right there? Dime time. Whistle on the floor. And we're just getting a quick clarification on the call. It's going to be Takasaki ball. Balls into the block. Isai gets it to Takahashi. Nice head fake. Ball slapped away by Muriel. Who says you've got to be tall to get blocks? And then now it's just the mistiming on the lob pass back into Muriel. Madagascar still not be able to crack this 3-point lead. 1:35 in the game. Yokoi trying to feed her post player unsuccessfully. That was great defense from Madagascar, making sure they're fronting their opponent. And now Japan with a high screen play, works very well for them. Executed beautifully. And it's now a 4-point lead for Takasaki. Kick out to João Ferreira. João Ferreira. They're going to call the 3 seconds on Madagascar. So it's going to be Japan possession once again. And again, we've talked about some game awareness, and Madagascar need to do a bit of a better job than that, as Takahashi still a bit inconsistent with her offensive output. Muriel, she's got one on her. Oh, that move worked so well for her in the first half of the game. This time, she's cooled off, but tell you who hasn't cooled off, Takahashi. She is red hot when it comes to those drives, as we see Lee fighting in the low paint with Randria Tahiana. So it's going to be 47 seconds left on the game clock as Japan call a timeout and make some last changes as they try their best to close out this game with a win. Sarubidi long two. João Ferreira gets the scoop to go. And possession goes back to Japan. Isai almost loses it. Takahashi, high arcing shot. And with 25 seconds left on the game clock, Takasaki just need to chew up some time to win it. And there they have that play, go-to play for them, with the two screens at the top. Weren't able to execute it this time. Oh, that's a great fake on the handoff and finish from Sarubidi. Takahashi finds Lee. Lee with a beautiful execution. That's a great pick and roll action. And Muriel now will be looking to try and get the final score for Madagascar. It's not going to get there. João Ferreira chases it down, but it's not enough to get the victory for the team from Madagascar. So they fall to Takasaki and wrap up this Sumgait stop with no wins and will not advance either. Takasaki at least walk away with one victory. Again, they lost earlier to Great Britain by just 1 point. Heartbreaking for them, but great for them to walk away from this particular stop with a win. Great basketball action. You can take a look at the highlights. We'll be back with more hoops in about 1 hour, so don't go too far. We're going to have the hour break, get the ladies freshened up, and then it's straight into pool action. We'll see you in a little bit.